Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. I hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving holidays and had a great time with their family and relatives over that period of time. We're back tonight to talk about the big victory Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals at Raymond James Stadium, improving the Bucs record to 7-5 on the year, and a victory of 20-17 over the Cardinals on Sunday. It was a great game for the Buccaneers to get back in a winning way. They've lost 3 straight. They got out there and played real hard. They had a good running game with Bucky Irvin was back, which is a significant plus for the team. We didn't have a lot of yardage in the air. The only touchdown we made by pass was to Tristan Wirfs, our tackle, who was tackle eligible on a play. But overall, we came out of it with a 20-17 victory and improved our record to 7-5 in the South. This Sunday, we will be playing the New Orleans Saints in Tampa at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And then followed the next Thursday night will be the Bucs and the Falcons. That's Thursday night. So we play this Sunday against the Saints. And then next Thursday, we will play the Atlanta Falcons. We got 3 straight home games. We need to win every one of those home games. And the Saints are coming in here 2 wins and 10 losses. And we're coming in here 7 wins and 5 losses, so we should have a pretty good opponent to beat. They are a division rival, so they're going to play hard, but I don't think they have enough to play hard with. We just got to play our game and get this victory. We got to stack the wins to try to get into the playoffs, and that's the main important thing. Right now, we did get Bucky Irving back as a regular on the starting rotation. We got Ben Bredesen, our guard, back that was injured. We got Hassan Reddick, our defensive end, back. It was out for 4 or 5 weeks. And we got Jamel Dean, who was out 2 or 3 weeks, back. So we got 4 players back against this Cardinal team Sunday. This week, we probably won't get anybody back, but the following week against the Falcons on Thursday night, there's a good possibility we get Mike Evans back. And that's a big thing, because Mike Evans will clear us out some passing ability. And we probably, the following week against Carolina, get back Jalen McMillan. So they are coming back. These players are coming back. 4 this week, probably none this week against the Saints. But next Thursday, the following Thursday against the Falcons, there could be Mike Evans. We'll talk about that on the next show, whether he's really in the lineup coming up. But the main thing is we've got to get the wins, and we've got to stack the wins so that we can win this division. The Carolina Panthers are 7-6. They have a bye this week, so they're not playing. But they're only 1 game behind us. And the last 3 games, we play them twice. So that's going to come down to us playing those Carolina Panthers 2 of the last 3 games. That's going to be it. So we need to get these victories, and especially against teams that are 2-10. Our offense is kind of slow operating, as we all know, because we've taken a beat down for 3 weeks before the Cardinals. And it really wasn't humming the other day. We had a better running game with Bucky Irvin. But our passing game wasn't spectacular because still we don't have any receivers of any merit except for Johnson and Abuku. And Abuku's being double covered. When we get Mike Evans back, Chris Godwin is out there this week against the Cardinals. He's been back a couple weeks and he's starting to be a little bit more each game. The first game he had 39 yards against the Rams. This week against the Cardinals he had 89 yards. He's picking his pace up a little bit. They're getting more acclimated to it. So Chris Godwin is going to be a little plus, I believe, this week against the Saints. And I hope we can get a little bit of passing game. But to get the pass, you got to get the run. You get the run, the defensive backs in the backfield got to come up to stop it. That thus leaves the receivers open to throw to. So you need the run. The run generates the pass. But we did get a victory. And I can say we had no significant injuries during the game. And the prognosis for our good players or key players to come back is looking more and more promising. So that's a plus for this week's action. There were a lot of great games over the holidays, over the Thanksgiving holidays. The Detroit Lions were beaten by the Packers of Green Bay. The Kansas City Chiefs were beaten in Dallas by the Cowboys. The Bengals and Lamar Jackson were beaten by the Cincinnati Bengals. Here comes Joe Burrow. He's been hurt. He comes back against Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens have got to win. Burrow wins, okay? So that was Thanksgiving Day. And then Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we had the Eagles against the Bears. The Bears are the talk-about team of the year. They've won 10 games already. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. And then on Sunday, the Carolina Panthers defeat the hottest team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams in Charlotte up in North Carolina. So it was a tremendous week of NFL football, and this week will not disappoint. Starting tomorrow night on the Thursday Night Football. And a week from tomorrow night will be us against the Atlanta Falcons. So it's a lot of football still to come. We've got all the college playoffs that are starting after this week of conference championships. We had the big Iron Bowls and the state rivalry games, FSU against Florida, Georgia against Georgia Tech, all that over the holidays. And we had football, family, and food. That's what we had on Thanksgiving. And that's exactly what we got. We're going to get in depth with you when the playoff committee selects the 12 teams out of the 136 college teams. When they select the 12 teams that will be in the brackets to go for the championship in college football. We will go through each team and each matchup. But until that time, as we've said to the start of this year, we're not going to try to bring in 136. But basically, that's what transpired over Thanksgiving. We're getting to the meat and the potatoes of not only college, but the pro. So we want everybody to continue to root for the Bucs and keep your channel open to come back to Sports Talk with the Cowboy next week, and we'll give you all the information and upcoming information on the next game, and hopefully we will win this Sunday out at Raymond James Stadium. Get out on Leroy Street, get out on Hines, get out there where it's going to be beautiful weather, into that tailgate, cook you a brisket, go get somebody to give you a slice of brisket, have you a good draft beer, and get up there and root for the Bucs. We will. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. Now, in the college football realm, as we alluded to a little bit earlier, the University of South Florida's head coach, Alex Golesh, had been noticed by the major college powerhouse in the SEC, Auburn University, and he took a job there for about $44 million. And that transpired over the weekend also. We've lost Coach Golesh. He brung our team back from winning 4 games in 3 years to winning 7 the first year, 7 the second, and 9 this year. He took us to 3 bowls in 3 years, and he got paid for it. And he's moving up to the SEC. So everybody asks, hey, Cowboy, who's USF going to get? USF today, of the shooting of this show, hired Brian Hartzman, the offensive coordinator of Ohio State, and Hartline will be the new coach of the University of South Florida Bulls. A great hire. He was an ex-receiver of the Miami Dolphins. Y'all remember him, Brian Hartline. He was a wide receiver for Dan Marino down there in Miami. He was a player. He was raised in Ohio. He played for Ohio State, was drafted by the Dolphins, played 5 years for them and 1 year for the Cleveland Browns. He's been in coaching ever since. He's been in Ohio at the Ohio State Buckeyes, which is the #1 ranked team in America, and defending national champs. And he was their offensive coordinator, and he is their offensive coordinator. But today he accepted the job to be the new head coach of the University of South Florida Bulls. Great, big media Tampa news in the hiring of him. And many colleges was after him. Many were. We'll keep you posted more on his hiring. Just transpired today. So we're going to go now to a little bit of the other news in sports. The Tampa Bay Lightning has been on a 4-game winning streak. They haven't had any difficulties. They're playing real good. They're scoring real good. Kucherov's scoring real well. Vasilevsky's good in net. Jake Gensel's out there scoring. We're doing a great job with the Lightning. 4 straight games. We're on a little bit of a hot streak. We have 1 and 2 or 3 streaks of 2 or 3 games or more already this season. We're looking pretty good on the ice, the Lightning is this year. They're really looking a lot better than they did last year. And we're from great promise after the holidays, after the first of the year, when we get really more intense in the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's about what's going on with the Tampa Bay Lightning as of right now. As far as the Tampa Bay Rays are concerned, they are going out and getting some players. They picked up the options, as we said on the last show, of quite a few players. They haven't picked up any notable players since our last show. other than what we talked about, Brendan Lau, Yandy Diaz, and some of the other ones, Taylor Walls, that we had picked up. Still looking for that catcher. There's going to be a winter meeting in about a week and a half in baseball where a lot of free agents will be either taken from other teams or signed with other Major League Baseball teams before Christmas, by the way. We'll keep you posted on all that, but there's not any more big news, and we've already given you on the Tampa Bay Rays. Other than the stadium roof is on, and they're planning to play there in April, which is big for the St. Petersburg area because they will be back in St. Pete playing baseball. Even though and until 2029, they're going to be at the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. We'll keep you posted on the Rays if we hear anything. And if you're interested in baseball, check out what's going on in the free agent market before the winter meetings where all the owners get together. And there's a lot of wheeling and dealing in that week. A lot of wheeling and dealing. We'll keep you posted when that time comes. Tonight, we're going to answer your questions. And the first question is from Beverly. And Beverly's from Wauchula, Florida. And Beverly wanted to know about Brett Hartline and what I thought about his hire at USF. Beverly, I don't think you could have got any better coach than him. I think he's great for the situation. He's a hardcore football player, Miami Dolphin receiver. Us that's followed the NFL remember when he played. He's groomed some of the great receivers in the game today. And our Bucs that plays for us, our first-round pick, he was his coach at Ohio State. He's going to bring a lot of those players that don't want to stay at Ohio back down to USF. He's going to enrich our pool of players because he knows these great players. Some of them are going to want to come with him to the sunshine. So it's a great hire. He's from down here as far as his playing career. He's got a lot of inroads of recruits in this area. Young guy, 39 years old, 3 children, never been a head coach. Thankful for the opportunity. And him the number 2 man on the national championship college team of the best team in college football Division I, the Ohio State Buckeyes for right now, the defending champions. So he's going to stay with them during the tournament. He's accepting the job here on Monday at the USF in Tampa, Beverly. You can watch that press conference. He'll answer some of your questions. He's going to keep some of Alex Golich's staff. I've been told the defensive coordinator, Tony Orlando, will stay with the USF Bulls as a defensive coordinator under Bart Hartline. So that's a good thing. He got a little continuity with Golich's staff. The defensive coordinator is going to stay there, and he's going to be taking Alex Golich's place. Well, he's going to take Alex Golich's place. But Alex is more an offensive guy. Orlando the defensive guy. So Hartline ain't going to change him. That's something kind of special, and I'm appreciative of it because Orlando's done a good job with Golich, and I think he'll do a good job with Hartline. So it's a wonderful day, Beverly, for USF Bulls and for this Tampa Bay area. We need to welcome Brian Hartline as the new coach of the Bulls. God bless you for your question, and thank you. The next question is from Beverly's sister, Ann, and Ann's from Wauchula, and Ann wanted to know what I thought about Baker Mayfield and his injury. And Ann, he was injured, as we know, in the Ram game. It wasn't anything broken, but it was a strain. He came back into the Buck game against the Cardinals, and he started. Teddy Bridgewater did not start, even though Teddy Bridgewater finished that Ram game up. And he had soreness in his rib cage area, and you could tell on some of his runs he went down instead of running into them linemen because he was told, don't get hurt no worse. Let that thing heal. And he did. And you could tell he was a little ginger on it. And maybe that's what some of the reason not only the receivers not getting open and not giving him enough time to throw, but that he didn't want to throw. And I could tell that he did throw the touchdown to Tristan Wirfs, and he threw some to Chris Godwin, but he wasn't trying to gun it either. He wasn't trying to throw it out of his head. He knew he wasn't 100%. But you got to give Baker credit. He's a tough customer. And he went out there and won the game. So that was the injury. It's not severe. I think it's better. I think it'll be better this week against the Saints. And I think it'll be as it improves, as long as you don't aggravate it, strain it. But he is back to form, I think, in the next couple of weeks. God bless you, Ann. Thank you for your question, and both you and your sister Beverly for supporting this show and sending questions in on a regular basis, and I appreciate it. And the last question is from Joni, and Joni wanted to know what I thought about the championship Super Bowl after this Thanksgiving week. Boy, I thought the Rams were in there, but they got beat by the Panthers, but I still think the Rams will be there for the National Football NFC. And if you wanted me to say a team right now in the AFC, I'd have to say the New England Patriots. I know it's strange to say a team that won 4 games last year would be in conversation of being in the Super Bowl, but if you said today, I'd say the Patriots and the Rams. And God bless you for that question, and I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to continue to watch the show, continue to send your comments and your questions. I want you to continue to be good to each other. We need a lot more love than we need hate in this world. And pray for our country and pray for all of our peoples. And we need to be more kind to each other in this Christmas season. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men is the motto of the December month. But that should be every day. That should be every day. That should be 365. And we'll just live that way through this holiday season. And until next show, God bless you. Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?